Well, hello world. I'm back again in my iTunes library. You might recall that I'm having a wee bit of trouble with my iTunes library since I lost it all. Um, because one day I noticed that all the songs in my playlists had gone. Um, I'm not really quite sure how it happened. It's probably me fiddling around and just done something bad. Anyway, one of the solutions on the internet that I tried managed to wipe my whole library, and I had to put it all back. And I showed you a video about some of how I did that. It wasn't, some of the information wasn't entirely complete, but here I am. You might recall that I had a load of playlists with missing songs in them. Um, that as I've put most of my playlists back now, that list of playlists with missing songs in them is longer and longer. All right, and it's proving a bit of a pain in the neck trying to complete those playlists. The first step to doing it though is to go up into here where you can see songs, albums, artists, etc. Go to albums and find an album in there called Unknown Album by Unknown Artist. Okay, I've got plenty of unknown albums, but where it knows the artist. But I've got loads with unknown album and unknown artist. All right, and what you want to do when you get there is to put in as much of the information as you can find about, or as you know immediately about the things, to get them out of that this unknown status, really, because that's the problem. You'll also notice that I've got umpteen duplicate tracks here as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm on the D's now. Okay, I'm going to go through and I'm going to find as many songs as I can where I know the details. Okay, for example, Do They Know It's Christmas? Easy peasy. Okay, Get Info there. Okay, the artist is Band-Aid. Okay, there we go. Stick the album artist in because that also helps if it loses its information. It hasn't got an album. The year was 1984. Okay, and you'll notice that now when I hit OK, that's now disappeared. Okay, all right, and I'm just going to keep going through here until I've actually done that. Okay, for example, this one's Duran Duran. There's not really an awful lot of help, and once you, if you try and find an album title or something by going out of here, and maybe looking in your playlist or in your library to find an album title, you've got to navigate back to this unknown album, which is a real pain in the neck if you've got, like me, you've got thousands of songs. And I really think iTunes ought to be tabbed or something like that so that you can actually work on these things and get back to where you were. Okay, at least it ought to have a back and forward button. Okay, so that you can navigate around your library, because this is just a real pain in the neck. Okay. However, what year was that in? Big thing. 1988. There we go. Okay, and pop that in there. Okay, so now that one's gone and I know what album that is. All right. Most of these, it has to be said, are either things I've done myself, i.e. my own music, or they're vinyl transfers. You'll notice I've got thousands of duplicate tracks in here. Okay, thankfully, what I can do, all these songs with one against them or one and one against them, for example, they can all go because I've got them all. Okay, all right, so if I hit Command, okay, and hit some of these, okay, they will go because they're duplicate tracks and they are taking up space on my external drive where I'm keeping my things. So you can delete them. Okay, when you delete them, you do this, you delete the songs from the library, then that they'll stop appearing in the library, but you actually want to move the songs to the trash as well. Okay, and then they've all gone, and that makes life just a wee bit easier. Okay, and if you do that as you go along, then you'll find that this list of songs you've got to add information to gets a lot smaller, but I'm afraid that it is a cup of coffee and chocolate cookie job, I'm afraid. It's just hard slave labour, I'm afraid. Okay, but yeah. So once you've sorted out your unknown album and unknown artist, as and when you need to, you can then nip to those albums and put in things like the song order and stuff like that, and you can drag them into playlists. Okay, we'll delete those, we'll move those to the trash. Okay, and away they go to the trash. Okay, but yeah, not a very pleasant job, I'm afraid. Okay, so yeah. Oh God, I've got a song called Two Little Hitlers. I have no idea who that's by. Okay, I'm not going to play it now, because if I do, then I'm copywriting, or I'm playing copyrighted music, and I don't really want to do that. Okay, right. So yeah, I will see you as and when this is done. All right, bye.